Hello everyone and welcome back to Flosstube number 23. It is October 31st, so I'm a mouse today. I won't wear these during the video though. That's as good as it's gonna get here. I'm warning you right now. I feel like Momo knows it's his day because we got an upset little boy. So if he's tearing around the background or crying, that's why he knows it's October 31st. Mosef! Okay, so I worked on 5 projects this month. I'm gonna start with the least amount of progress to the most. So I have been doing Gridiron Grind, which is where you track your football teams and stitch on projects based on your football teams. So I have been stitching for the Packers and then whoever, like the opponent. So the first project I worked on is nothing to do with Gridiron Grind, but this is one of the few projects that weren't part of like my plans. So I ended up working on the Autumn Shire piece in previous videos, and I got this off Etsy. I'll put it on the screen. But I previously got this, or I mentioned this because I put it on gridded fabric, didn't import it into Pattern Keeper, started on the grid. I've just decided to continue. So this is where I was at the last time you saw it. I put barely anything in on this, so it was at 2.44%, and now we're at 3.05. So I put in less than 200 stitches, but this is where we're at now. I meant to work on this a whole lot more, but I realized I had like 0 of the colors. How that's possible, no clue. But I continued and did a little bit. You can't even tell, but like there's some purples in there that I did. And based on what I put in, I think the tree is cracked. Shocking, I know. So that's exciting. So that was one of the least amount of things that I did, but still a good time. The next thing that I worked on was one of my Gridiron Grind projects. So I was doing the black on Haunted House. I will say I have November plans for the Haunted House project, so I am behind. So I did about 580 stitches. I'm doing this time-based, so not actually counting my stitches, but like, I swear to God, Mosef, Mosef! He's just crying at my bedroom door because he wants to go inside. He's not allowed in there. He's never been allowed in my bedroom. He acts like he's allowed and he is like, why can't I go in this room that I always go into? Sir, you've never been allowed to go in there. Anyhow. So yeah, I did, like, I'm saying I do 100 stitches an hour and that's just not true. So I did like a proper day's worth of work on this and I counted it as 580 stitches. I still have 480 to catch up on. So this is where I was at last time. And then here is where I'm at now. So I finished off the bottom, finished off the side, and now I'm up working on the top. So yeah, again, I have November plans for this that I'm very excited about. This is the Haunted House Sal by Teeny Weeny X Stitch on Etsy. And I'm doing this on a 16 count white Aida. So sorry, I'm doing the Hobbit one on a 28 count 2/1 tent. So yeah, just working on the black, but again, not a whole lot of progress there. Now we get into some good progress. Okay, so the final Gridiron Grind project I've been working on is Blue Pimpernel, which is a Robert Morris piece, charted by Whoopie Cat on Etsy. And I'm doing this on an 18 count 2/1 full cross. I did 1,240 stitches. And this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And then this is where I'm at now. So we're trucking along. As you can see, I just primarily worked in the blues and then bringing this stuff down. I put it in a bigger frame because I'm nervous about squishing the stitches on this. Yeah, and I'm just working my way down for now. I'm quite pleased with this one. I say it every time. I think it looks so cool. Yeah. I just really like, look how shaded these are versus what the pattern called for up here. Like, I'm so glad I ended up switching the greens. So yeah, I did about, I'm behind on this one as well for reasons. I did 1,240, like I said, but I am behind this past week. Packers won, and they scored 35 points. I'm like, boys, can we lower the points, please? So I had to do 350 stitches, and then 150 because they won. So I'm behind 500 stitches. But I went from 40.05% done. And this is thrown off because, again, I'm not stitching the blue background. So I already marked off all those stitches. And now we're at 42.18% done. So we're trucking along. Yeah, so 500 stitches to catch up on that. It's not terrible, but I can do that in a day. I am very excited. I'm going to the Packers game this weekend. My first ever Packers game. It's been on my bucket list since I've moved here, and for my birthday this year, Adam got us tickets to the Packers-Panthers game. So we're driving up Sunday morning, stay for the game, drive home Sunday. We were thinking about staying overnight, but then we have a birthday party we have to go to on Saturday, so it's gonna be a day trip, but it'll be super fun. Very excited. But it really eats into my stitching time because usually I sit on the couch right there and stitch all day and watch football. But alas, I'll be watching in person and probably very cold because it is a high of 48 and cloudy. So I'll have to be jumping up and cheering a lot to keep warm. Okay. The other thing I worked on is the Grinch on Etsy. I'll put it on the screen. I want to get this done to hang up this year. I've decided I'm prioritizing this project. So this is where it was the last time you saw it. I had about 521 stitches done for 7.49%. I am now at 2,795 stitches done and 40.18%. Ah, it's so cute. Our favorite Christmas movie is The Grinch. Adam's literally obsessed with The Grinch. He wants all of our decorations to be Grinch themed. So I have been making this for him. We have this spot on this wall right here that's kind of narrow, and that's where I want to frame it and put it up for this Christmas. So yeah, I made good headway. And this is just like straight up block stitching. So you just have to like sit down and do it. But it's been great because it's been like an easy fill. I'm doing this on a 28 count 2/2 on this sparkly Aida, or sparkly whatever this stuff is. What is it? It's not linen. It's not Aida. Lugana. Wow. Cute. The only thing is his boots are a little bit like you can see through it, like see the fabric, but whatever. It's cross stitch. They're crosses. You can see the crosses. It's fine. Everywhere else is pretty. I'm like happy with the coverage. Are you hearing Mosifo in the background? OMG. The guy is upset today. We were all snugly sitting on the couch and I got up to get ready for work this morning, and he was not pleased that I decided to abandon him. Okay, and then I have one last piece. As you all may know, I've been working on this piece for ages. It's one of my first pieces I started. This is what I was working on for my fantasy football team, which let's not even talk about them. They're atrocious. But I am doing the William Morris. Oh, I said Robert Morris earlier for Blue Pimpernel. It's William Morris. This is also charted by Whoopie Cat on Etsy. I'm doing it on a 16 counts. Is that right? Yeah, 16 count Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim, 2/1. This is where I was at the last time you saw it. And she's done. OMG, Mom, I finished it. Took me longer than I expected, but I'm so pleased with it. I think it looks so nice. And it's kind of funny because, I mean, I don't think you can actually like see a difference between the two sides, but I started one side like newbie stitcher, ended the other side, and honestly I don't think you can tell, which is like kudos. But it's pretty funny. Good fuzz on it. Yeah, I have a finish. Oh my gosh. So now I just need to, I honestly don't know if I'll wash it because this is dyed fabric. And I don't really think it needs a wash, but I'll definitely iron it. Well, maybe I won't because I'm just gonna be putting it in a suitcase and bringing it home for Christmas, or at Christmas. So maybe I'll iron it once it's there, let's be honest. I have to go get him, hold on. What do you think? He's like, no. Say, Happy Halloween. You need to relax. You're stressing yourself out, Bubs. So yeah, that's all my stitching. I think that's pretty good for the month, to be honest. October was still pretty busy with travel and stuff, so I feel like I got a lot done. I will talk about plans for November. So, as I mentioned, I want to work on the Grinch, get him done. That's my goal. A done Grinch. I want to continue working on my gridirons, so Blue Pimpernel and Haunted House. Haunted House, I have extra special plans for. So I am going to be doing a 24 hours of cross stitch challenge when Adam is out of town this month. So I will be doing a little vlog that weekend. And so I'm gonna start it on a Thursday and go through Sunday because I cannot do 24 hours of cross stitch. I swear to God, this cat, I'm so sorry if you can hear him this whole time. He is so upset today for no reason. Well, I know the reason. The door is closed, as it is every other day of his entire life, but nonetheless. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a vlog for this, and I'm gonna be a 24 hours cross stitch on this project. I am going to be, I did this last year for those who didn't see the video, but I throw up all the flosses and then I catch one and then whatever that is I finished that floss color. So I'll just be like going through, finishing up. I have 5 more rooms, and then obviously the whole black part, which black will be part of the toss. And if I pick black, then I will do like an hour of black stitching versus like trying to finish all the black, because then I wouldn't get any other colors. So yeah, that's will be fun in November to do that little weekend. I'm also taking that Friday off, so I'll have a lot of stitching time because we're getting all of our carpet upstairs redone. So I'll be hiding downstairs with the kitty cats and just working on this. So in theory, but then I have to work Saturday, so that kind of like, they even out, like won't stitch on Saturday, will stitch all day Friday. But yeah, I'm excited to get some progress into this bad boy, because again, I feel like it's so close to being done. I know it's not, but it's getting there. And then if I have any other time, and well, I will have other time. I don't think the Grinch will take me that long per se, but I will probably continue to work on Autumn Shire or Hobbit House, because I went to the store yesterday and got all of the floss colors that I needed. So those are my stitching plans. Moving on. I am going to knit a sweater. I'm gonna full send it. So I got on Knit Talk, so like knitting talk on TikTok, and I've been influenced. So last winter I taught myself how to knit, and I did like this little cute little headband, and I'm quite pleased with myself because it is, I wear it all the time, okay? Don't look closely at it, but I made this. So then I'm gonna do the step-by-step sweater by Florence Miller, whatever. I'll link it down below or put it on the screen. But yeah, I'm gonna do the step-by-step sweater in this brand. I didn't get the brand that she called for because I would have to order online, and I was at Michael's anyhow, so, and I didn't want to like spend a fortune on shipping and stuff when this sweater might end up being terrible. So I just got some affordable yarn at Michael's. Not sure if this will work or if it's gonna be any good for a sweater, but don't hate me if this is a terrible choice. I'm just trying to do my best. And I picked this color because in theory, I believe it's one of my colors as a soft autumn. Although I can't tell if this, I think this is cool toned, which I'm warm toned. Who knew? I didn't, but I think this is cool toned. So technically not the best, but it's still whatever, it's close enough. A lot of the colors were very cool toned, but I think this is still it'll still be a pretty color in theory if I finish it. So yeah, that's on the docket. I'm also going to paint some candles. That's also on my to-do for November because it's part of my Christmas decorations, which I'll show off next time if they turn out. And then in October, I read 3 books. I continued the Lila Sage series, the Swift and Saddled. I've read the two of the next books. So I've been really enjoying those. The book that I was kind of outside my scope, not really, but it was Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. It was more of like a proper fantasy, and Cassandra Clare's first book outside of like the Shadowhunter realm. I read those like the first trilogy back in middle school or high school, but I've never read anything since, so I liked it. I thought it was a bit long, but I don't know if I'd pick up the next one because I don't think I care enough. Like I liked the premise of it, but I just didn't care. So I thought I'd show you the books that I have on the docket. I am this far through. myself in the eye with these things. The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is outside my scope because male author, don't read much by male authors. And this is just like a whodunit, but very good. I quite like it actually. And it's very like Halloween-y, spooky vibes. It actually reminds me of Attack on Titan, if anyone's ever watched that show. So that's on the list. I also have a couple other books out from the library. I have this book, Carissa Broadbent, The Fallen, the Dusk. Oh no, The Fallen, the Kiss of Dusk. This is the fourth book. Well, it's the second book in a duology of the like fourth in a series, if that makes sense. I'm not super, like, I'll read it. I'm not super looking forward to it, but I just kind of want to know how it ended. And then I picked this up on a whim. This is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. Never heard anything about it, but I love, so this is like, she's a healer, he's an assassin. Say less, I'm sold. So I'm excited about that one. I got Mate by Allie Hazelwood. I am stoked. I know once I open this, I'll read it in one sitting because I loved Bride. This is the second book in that series. I'm honestly like might buy Bride. And if I like this one, like just buy this series because I really liked it. I'm a Allie Hazelwood fan though. The only one of hers I didn't really like is the last one I read. The Deep End one. Wasn't a huge fan of that one. But I'm very excited to read this. And then I also have Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I got this from my sister-in-law. She says I'll love it. And obviously, like, I've heard great things about it. I've just never, like, sat down and read it. So now that she owned it and I have it, I will read it. So that's what I'm going to read. What else do I have to say? Oh, health plans. So this past month, I focused on water and creatine. I think I did okay. And then I realized I really need to, like, track my goals, or else, like, what's the freaking point of setting goals? So ignore how shoddy this calendar is. This is a New Zealand calendar that my mom got me to just get us stoked about our honeymoon for Christmas last year. But it was on my desk when the ceiling collapsed, so it got a little waterlogged. But I'm gonna track November. And I'm calling this is actually appropriate. It's called Touch Grass November. So that means I need to go outside my house. Next week is my last week of travel, and when I don't have travel, I don't leave my home unless I'm forced to go to the grocery store or go to the gym. But I need to touch grass. So that means I have to go outside specifically to be outside. Like, commuting doesn't count as being outside. Like if I have the windows down in my car, doesn't count. So like a couple days ago, I bundled up, had a bunch of blankies, read outside. It was cold, but it was lovely. So yeah, I'll start pretty easy. Tomorrow, I'll probably go on a walk. And then we'll be at the Packers game. So that's like 4 hours outside. So it's like go on a walk, read outside, put the TV outside, have a fire, watch football, like just get outside, breathe the air. You know, I just feel like I need a little nature inside me. So yeah, Touch Grass November. I'm gonna put stickers. This is why I'm holding this. Stickers to track. So then next month I'll be like, look how many times I went outside. Okay. And then, oh, I did have one favorite I wanted to mention. This is all for people looking to get protein. Now, don't panic. So these are sold at Costco. They are the Genius Gourmet Sparkling Protein. It's basically water, but it has 30 grams of protein in it. If you drink this out of the container, it's disgusting. So why is it a favorite? If you get a glass of water, or get a glass, fill it up with ice, put half and half normal water, tap water, and then half of this can, delightful. But out of this, it tastes like you're getting kicked in the face or kicked in the mouth by like a frozen popsicle melted down. It's just so aggressive. And I'm like, you're supposed to be water. You should taste more like water. But I think this is for people that like want an aggressively tasting, like more, it's like more like a soda. But again, if you mix it, it's very nice. Honestly, you could mix this with water, put a little vodka, and it'd be a cocktail. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, highly recommend if you need a little protein in your life and you like fun drinks, maybe give this a try. I've only ever seen them at Costco, so you kind of have to commit to it, or like find a bunch of people that want to try it and then just split the package. If you hate it, give it away. I don't know, but yeah, highly recommend. Okay, that's all I have. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm super excited for November. I'll have a lot more time at home, which I love. And then it's the holidays, which is amazing. It's my favorite time of year. And yeah, I'm stoked about it. So feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.